Hey everyone, it's Alicia. Welcome back to my channel. It is still Monday, but it is evening and I'm about to head off to Biddy Bye. But I thought I'd stop back on to say goodnight and to tell you a little bit about what I worked on today. First thing I want to show you is that I am nothing if not tenacious. Remember that orange crepe paper that I could not wrangle into anything resembling a rosette because it was so super thick that it looked more floral than rosette? Well, folks, we have rosettes. We have rosettes. I may have wasted a bunch of crepe paper in the process, but I did manage to figure out how to do it, and it just takes tons of patience and a lot of fancy finger work. Forgive all my inking folks, I have been doing crafting all day. So I'm super proud to report I now have glittery orange rosettes, thanks to my, either you can call it stubbornness or tenacity. Either way, I've got them, folks, and that makes me super happy. I love when I can't figure out how to do something, that I stick with it, see it through, and then in the end, I actually can produce the item. That makes me super happy. So I was thrilled to tell you guys, look, I have rosettes. I have orange rosettes. The other thing I want to share with you is, I don't know how many of you saw Maymay's tutorial for her brag book. Later she redoes it and she calls it a prayer journal. But basically it's a simple stackable book. And I was taking a look at it for the collab and I opted not to use it. I opted to go with something different instead. But I did make myself one today out of my scraps. What I loved about Maymay's design is that it had really deep pockets like these. See this? This is a really deep pocket. And on the way she builds it, she does tags in every pocket and has a frill, but I opted to just put in paper in every other pocket so that I could have those deep pockets for an idea book. And I could tuck in like inspiration photographs and other things I see, or little snippets that I want to use. And then the other thing that I did that's different, well, I did a couple things different. I did build a gusset, I did build an accordion bind, and that's because I'm hard on stuff, folks. I tell you that all the time. And if this is going to come in and out of my bag, it's going to get destroyed. So to protect it, I did build an accordion bind, and I did use score tape to really set it. And on the front, I'm down to my scraps, right? So at the end of everything, I just took the scraps and made myself this book. So I did the tear method, but then I overlaid triple thick. I didn't want to use that Mod Podge because we all know from those envelopes that's super glossy. And this just has a tiny bit of sheen, which I can live with. But what it does is it protects the cover, so when I'm being rough getting it in and out of my bag, it won't damage as quickly, which is great. And then I put a little piercing through the front because this is for me. Not what I would send out necessarily to someone else, but it's how I like it for myself. And what I did was I put good quality white paper for writing, and I just made a little booklet that tucks into a pocket in here, see? And I put a little trick or treat sticker, and that I can just keep refilling because I put it on this ring so that I constantly have really good quality blank paper to write on for ideas. And that just tucks into a little pocket I made there. And then this is a deep pocket, and then over here I have a list sheet, and here I left it
It's
blank.
1 o'clock.
Oh, and there's our man, to put in some photographs, and I did the same thing here. I left it blank for layouts and photographs, and same thing here, but there are pockets, deep pockets in every single one. This one's got a sheet in it, some scrap. This one has a sheet in it with some scrap, and then these two are empty, so that I can fill them up with my own things. And then I just took some trim in the coordinating colors and built myself a little dangly. So I built this completely out of scraps. It was perfect for an end of day project because I had all the scraps there and I was like, I can make myself a little book out of that. And I used Maymay's tutorial to do it. Yes, I modified it. Modified it to suit my purpose, modified it because I needed a hinge binding or an accordion bind. But this project easily got done in under 2 hours, and I was dilly-dallying, folks. It could have been an hour-long project. It's that simple. So I'm going to link Maymay's tutorial down below in case you want to make yourself either a mini album, or maybe an idea book, or maybe you want to make something like this for a swap. Because I think it's amazing, and really, all you need are 6x6 sheets of paper. In my case, I didn't have those in my scraps. Maymay uses 6x6 folded in half. But you can just do the math. Basically, each sheet to create the pocket is a 3x3. And that I did have in my scrap pile. So that's what I used, and made this little book for myself to carry around so I can write down my ideas. I love this refillable thing that I can, keep adding good quality paper for my notes and then I don't have to like throw it out. I can just add it to the ring. So that makes this completely reusable over and over again between now and Halloween, which I love. So this is what I was working on besides the dressing of my major projects for Crafty Michelle. I'm working on a few other things, and I'm also getting ready for Miss Heather's collab nail. So I have lots on the go, folks. Tons on the go, and I had a fun day. I hope you did too. Whatever you did today, I hope it gave you so much joy and so much happiness. And I'll be back on tomorrow. Until then, have an amazing evening, y'all. Have an amazing evening. Happy Monday.